Your childhood bed is a Pikachu bed.
I've never been so flattered and creeped out at the same time.
Almost 20 years after the first movie, Pokémon is returning to the silver screen like never before. Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 things critics are saying about Detective Pikachu. Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. For this list, we're taking a look at what press members have been saying about Pokémon Detective Pikachu.
Sorry.
Number 10, it's a great introduction to Pokémon.
Did you just talk?
Whoa. Did you just understand me?
Oh my god, you can understand me! Stop! I've been so lonely!
For 90s kids, chances are you discovered Pokémon through the video games, trading cards, or anime series. Whether or not you were alive at the height of Pokémania, the franchise has nonetheless remained very much in the public eye over the past couple of decades. Ash is still trying to catch them all on the small screen, and Pokémon Go has made over $3 billion since its release in 2016. For the youngest of audiences, Detective Pikachu could end up being their first exposure to Pokémon. It's a good place to start, according to the Diz Insider Editor-in-Chief Skylar Schuler, who posted on Twitter, quote, "This movie does a great job introducing you to this world."
You know, I pictured you as a bit of a briefs guy, but those are nice. Me, I don't wear underwear.
Number 9, it's a throwback to Roger Rabbit.
You can talk to humans, I can talk to Pokemon. And if you want to find your pops, we're gonna need each other.
No, I don't need a Pokemon.
What about a world-class detective?
So, the film is about a cartoon character who teams up with a human to solve a mystery in a comedic adventure that mixes live action and animation. Huh, where have we heard that before?
How the hell did you get in here? Through the mail slot. I thought it would be best if I waited inside. See if I'm wanted for murder. No kidding.
While the similarities are obvious, critics are saying that Detective Pikachu draws comparisons to Who Framed Roger Rabbit in the best ways. Den of Geek associate editor David Crow praised the film, writing, quote, "The first act is Who Framed Roger Rabbit with Pokémon and works so well." Grace Randolph of Beyond the Trailer took things one step further, claiming that the film was not only reminiscent of Roger Rabbit, but also of Blade Runner. Huh, we wonder if that means Mewtwo's a replicant?
That's a twist. That's very twisty.
Number 8, it's fun for casual and hardcore Pokémon fans.
In my head, I saw that differently.
If you're a mega fan who gets pumped whenever a new Pokémon game is announced, there's little doubt that you've already pre-ordered a ticket to Detective Pikachu. Even if you haven't finished a Pokémon game since Generation 1, you still probably get overwhelmed with sweet, sweet nostalgia whenever you see one of the OG 151. This film isn't just for longtime followers, according to Mara Egan. The AV Club's senior editor believes that, quote, "Pokémon obsessives will be pleased, but Poké novices will be able to follow along, and will maybe even get sucked into the whole world." In other words, game difficulty is not applicable this time around. No need to turn on experience share or go Nuzlocke mode.
Hey, bud, what are you doing?
I can't do it when people are watching.
Get me the hell out of here.
Number 7, it immerses you in the Pokémon world.
Welcome to Rhyme City, a celebration of the harmony between humans and Pokémon.
What 10-year-old hasn't fantasized about capturing wild Pokémon and making it to the Pokémon League? Heck, if you ever met a kid who didn't wish the Pokémon world were real, they were probably an alien. Many reviews have singled out the fantastic world building of the live-action Pokémon world, making our childhood dreams a reality. Nicholas Whitcomb of HN Entertainment called the film, quote, "spellbinding," saying that it, quote, "captures the sense of wonder and awe so many of us who grew up with Pokémon experienced from the start." Collider's editor-in-chief Stephen Weintraub shared the same sentiment, proclaiming, quote, "If Rhyme City from Detective Pikachu was a real place, I'd make plans to visit it tomorrow." We can already hear audiences singing, "We are living in a Pokémon world. I wanna be the greatest master of them all." Number 6, it's filled with hard laughs.
I immerse myself completely within the world of Pokemon. I read about him. I live at his height. I tried to lose 182 pounds to match his weight until doctors intervened.
Numerous critics have highlighted the refreshing sense of humor Detective Pikachu offers. Megan Peters of comicbook.com raved, quote, "I laughed hard and I felt my heart swell." Of course, this shouldn't come as a surprise, seeing as how Pikachu shares the same voice as the Merc with a mouth. Ryan Reynolds goes from Deadpool to Pikapool, finally producing a legitimate family film.
I was on my way to pick up my daughters from school when I heard that I got the role. Well, I didn't show up at school because Detective Pikachu, he doesn't know who those two little girls are. Who are they?
They're our daughters.
While we're not expecting Pikachu to drop quite as many F-bombs as Deadpool, Reynolds' snarky, self-aware comedic timing is clearly on display. If the viral marketing is any indication, the film should also offer plenty of laughs that'll resonate with Pokémon fans.
What I do to start is I take a black stencil, yeah? And you can get these at whatever movie studio is closest to you. And I start applying them right down the middle.
Number 5, it's Heartfelt.
If your dad was here, he would hug you so hard, your bones would pop.
Heartfelt seems to be the keyword in a lot of early Twitter posts about Detective Pikachu. Paul Shirey of JoBlo.com described the film as, quote, silly, heartfelt, and chock full of Pokémon. Nerdist creative director Dan Casey also called the film heartfelt, as well as, quote, relentlessly charming. The Pokémon franchise has certainly never been scarce of heartwarming moments. Whether it was Butterfree's goodbye or Pikachu returning to Ash, the anime series more than likely got you choked up at least once. It's good to know that the brand's trademark Heart of Gold has translated into this major motion picture. Number 4, it's filled with Easter eggs.
In my head, I saw that differently.
You know that sense of satisfaction and delight one gets whenever they stumble upon a hidden detail in a video game? Detective Pikachu reportedly captures that same sentiment. Stephen Weintraub's enthusiastic Twitter post says the film is, quote, filled with Easter eggs. Since there are currently over 800 Pokémon, the filmmakers naturally had no shortage of material to work with. In addition to being overrun with living, breathing Pokémon, Rhyme City is decorated with billboards and posters that fans will appreciate. This Easter egg hunt couldn't be bigger if Execute showed up. It's like the Pokémon version of Ready Player One, and we gotta spot them all.
Or Harry faked somebody else's death. That last one doesn't work at all.
Number 3, the plot is convoluted for non-Pokémon fans.
What?
While the reception has been mostly promising thus far, this Pika party isn't necessarily for everyone. Jermaine Lucier of Gizmodo and IO9 admired certain aspects of the film, but he ultimately felt the plot was, quote, overly convoluted and frankly a little boring. Of course, Lucier also made it clear in his tweet that he literally knew nothing about Pokémon going into the theater. In other words, if you never got into the anime or games, this might not be the Poké project that converts you. Fans, on the other hand, may sing a different tune.
My problem is that I push people away and then hate them for leaving.
He's saying you can shove it.
Number 2, it nails Pikachu's cuteness.
Fine, hand it over.
When an animated character is brought into a live-action world with a CGI makeover, the results don't always receive immediate approval from the fan community. We're looking at you, unholy abomination claiming to be Sonic. Fortunately, the Pokémon in Detective Pikachu don't stray too far from their original blueprints, with the titular character in particular retaining his signature charm. IGN's Terry Schwartz was blown away by the film's creature designs, and how cute they managed to make Pikachu. Likewise, Ian DeBorja of IMDb called the film, quote, painfully cute. We're not entirely sure if that's a compliment, but this will undoubtedly be Ryan Reynolds' cutest performance ever.
You can hear him, right?
Pika Pika! Yeah, Pika Pika Pika, he's adorable.
You're adorable. They can't understand me, kid.
Number 1, it's the best video game movie.
Oh no. He's going down hard, Tim. Should've worn a helmet.
You know that the bar for video game movies has been set pretty low when the original Resident Evil and Mortal Kombat are considered among the better ones.
Sorry.
Ever since the Super Mario Bros. Movie, films directly based on video games have seemingly been cursed into developing a reputation for being traditionally terrible. Is it possible that Detective Pikachu has finally broken the curse? Early word of mouth seems to suggest so. Nicholas Whitcomb claims the film, quote, excels well beyond previous big screen video game efforts. David Crow noted that it wisely borrowed from, quote, other movie tropes instead of video game ones. As far as Game Explain's Andre Segers is concerned, quote, Detective Pikachu is the first legitimately great video game movie. It just might be the very best.
Bingo! Okay, that's all the time we have. Thanks, guys. Smash that like button and don't forget to subscribe.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.